This is the card we're going to be doing. Isn't it pretty? This is, and I love the envelope, how I did the horizon there. This is the Sunset Coast, and I use that, and I use both sailboats, and I'm using the dottage from here for stars, and I'm using Thinking of You Today from All Aflutter. These two are brand new stamp sets that are in the new catalog, and I used this die cut. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my goodness, I love that. I love lighthouses. I grew up by the water, and I looked out my bedroom window and I could look down at a lighthouse and the water and the sun shining on the water, or the moon shining on the water. Oh, and I used the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder that is on the last chance list, and it's still there. I checked yesterday. Now, by the time this video goes up, who knows? This is gorgeous paper. Trying to get it. Each individual. This is the one I used. There's four different ones. I thought there were 6. Let me see. Yeah, there's got to be 6. There it is. Okay, so that's the one I used, and that's the back, which could be waves. It looks so much like waves. Look at these, and it's all shiny. This is such gorgeous paper. But look at the sunset, sunrise, and this is so pretty. And that one. This is going to make such gorgeous cards. And that one. And this on the back. Now, I thought of this card and how I was going to do it, and I hadn't opened the, well, I opened the catalog on my iPad, but I never look at the cards. I only look at the stamp sets. And after I did this one, I looked in the catalog, and there was one similar to it. It's not the same, but it's similar. And I'm going, oh, great minds think alike. Like, duh. But mine is quite a bit different. But still, it was kind of like, oh my goodness, how could I have got it so close to the one in the catalog without even seeing the one in the catalog? It's crazy. But anyways, this I think is just stunning. Like, especially if you're somebody that grew up by the water with sunsets like this, it is just beautiful. So I am bringing stuff. I have cut everything down. I ran this about a quarter of the, I cut this out first using the die. It's an inch from here and a quarter of an inch from there, if that helps. And then about a quarter of the way up, I ran the Soft Wave, wait a minute, Soft Wave 3D embossing folder, and I put it through like this and ran it through my machine like that. Hope that helps. And then I'm going to do embossing on this with my dottage, and I'm going to do Thinking of You Today on this. And I'm going to turn on my heat tool so you'll hear it in the background. So I'm bringing in this lovely Embossing Additions toolkit. I really like that it holds everything, and I can put everything in and use it for collecting my embossing powder. I knew I'd get it someday. Oh my goodness, sometimes it's like the words evade me. Okay, I am just going to do the words so I can get that done. It's the one thing that I can get done and get out of the way. And it just fits in there ever so nicely. And this is a 1/2 inch wide, I believe. And I am going to put that there. And I'm bringing in my white embossing powder. Now I have a tiny little brush. Someplace I had a tiny little brush. There we go. And now I am going to put that aside and that one aside, and I'm going to bring out my Versamark, and I always put my Versamark lid on because it's an accident waiting to happen if I don't. So I'm just going to go all the way around. I really don't know if that's enough, but I will put that on and try, because you can always go back with more. And you can still hear my heat gun, and that's just warming up so that it will be ready when I need it to be ready. Okay, so I need a little bit more over there, so I bring in my emboss. Whoa. That does not work. Now I am going to go back in here and just put a little bit more on. And this is going to go off to the side, and I will work with it later and put it all away. Don't aim it like that. Aim it across it. This way you can see the white appear. It's dull, and all of a sudden it becomes shiny, and you can see across it, and you don't burn your cardstock. I have seen people burn their cardstock because they go like this. I think, oops, there's one. And I'm going to bring this in. See how it goes straight across? And yep, all done. There it is. Isn't that pretty? I love embossing. It just makes things pop. So I am putting that aside. Now, I'm finished with that for a few minutes, and I'm going to bring in this gorgeous design, and I am putting this in the center of this, so there's still a little bit on the outside. I just love this paper, and I wanted as much of it to show as possible. Can't show the whole, oh, didn't want that. Wanted this one, because I have to do intricate down here. And then I'm doing around the outline, or the outside of the die cut, because I want it all to lay flat. It is cold here today. Tay is taking the kids fishing. And me, I'm going, oh, it's too cold to be outside. But good for them. I'm happy that they're both gone. They need to spend more time with their daddy. Although with his new job, they're spending more time together, which is wonderful. They need that time with daddy instead of just Papa and Mama. Tay used to work. He left before, well, around 7:10, something like that, in the morning, and oftentimes he would not get home till 8, 9 o'clock. He worked a 10-hour day, and it was on contract. He didn't get paid if he didn't have jobs, and towards the end he was having no jobs. It was awful. Poor guy they were struggling. Oh my goodness. So now he works 4 days a week, 10 hours a day, and he's got the whole weekend off. And he works afternoons, start work at 2 and comes home he's finished at 12:30, which fits him perfectly. There. Now, isn't that gorgeous? Didn't take very long. And yeah, this is this, which is from down here. I think I cut this a little bit longer so that I didn't cut it too short. Just, you never know. Sometimes they're cut perfectly at 5 1/4 by 4, and other times they're not. It's the way I hold my mouth, I think. There. And then this will go inside here, and this could be a sympathy card, it could be a get well card, it could be a birthday, it could be just a thinking of you card, hope you have a wonderful day. It could work for so many different things. So it will be perfect to have in your collection for an any day or time card. This is, oh, it is on the last chance list. It's white starter ribbon pack. It's with the Misty Moonlight, and I've cut 4 inches. I think it's 4 inches. I'm pretty sure it's 4 inches. Yeah, it's 4 inches. And I'm just going to tie a knot in it. There we go. And oops, I'm gonna shut that up. Get out my glue dots. And put that up there. Gonna soon need a new roll of glue dots. They are disappearing quickly. There. I don't want a wiggly ribbon, so I put 3 glue dots down because then it won't wiggle. Nothing worse than a wiggly ribbon or a ribbon that falls off. There we go. Oh, I didn't cut that short enough. No, that wasn't good. There we go. That's much better. Now put the ribbon scissors away, and I'm going to whoopsie. Goodness sakes. There. Now I'm going to put this on here. Now the cut's not bad. I've cut it pretty close. This is Strawberry Slush and Blueberry Bushel. These are colors that are in with the Designer Series paper. When I'm using Designer Series paper, I always go to the back of the Designer Series paper and see what colors are there. And then I make my choice from those. And they always look good with the Designer Series paper because it's paper that's taken right from there. Now, did I? Yeah, that's what I thought. I dimensionaled it up. Okay, there's I always use my end pieces. I never throw anything away. It's the frugal me coming out. I have some Scottish in me. And that part is definitely makes a standout certain times. I do not like to waste product. There we go. Costs money. Don't want to waste it. So I am bringing in the Moody palette glossy dots. I do not know if they're retired. I think they're still there. Don't know for sure. I forgot to check. But I have all kinds. This is cloud cover, and it goes so nicely with this color combination that I'm going to use it. There we go. If you could like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, that would be wonderful. It just helps my channel grow. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get my videos when they come out. I hope you like them. So this is the envelope. So I really like how I did this envelope. What I did, I took my Balmy Blue and my water, and then there's a hair. Wow, that's a long hair, not mine. And let me see. Whoops. I'm trying to not get on top of it. And I went across. It's because you won't have this difficulty, but I'm trying not to get my head in the way. I might be getting my head in the way accidentally, but I'm not doing it. I'm trying to avoid it. And you can get a straight line across if you can go right over top of it. It's easy to do. Now I am taking my little one, the little sailboat, and then I'm taking the bigger one. And I'm going right over where I overlapped. Just like that. Isn't that cool? What do you think of my card? I think this is gorgeous, but it's so gorgeous because of the designer series paper. That is what's nice about this kind of designer series paper. It makes the card for you. Thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. Thanks. Bye now.